Welcome back to Late Edition. Loads of front pages to get through, but I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. Here is the astonishing moment that an Australian senator wore a burka in the Senate. Yeah, so that is Pauline Hanson, although difficult to tell at the time, to be fair, an Australian senator who's been causing a bit of a storm down under. Some jokes write themselves, with her bold, headline-grabbing actions around the burqa. Having failed to pass a burqa ban in the Senate with her own bill, she took matters into her own hands and wore the burqa to make a point. But it turns out that isn't the first time she's done it, apparently. She's now being accused by her critics. I mean, this is hilarious, by the way. So just look at the lefty outrage here.
This is a racist senator displaying blatant racism and Islamophobia, President.
Respecting of faith. She is disrespecting the Muslims out there, Muslim Australians.
Senator Hanson is using a prop in the Senate, and it's a dangerous prop.
Well, she was subsequently suspended, but just for an hour, though, so that's all right. Well, I'm very pleased to be joined now by Senator Pauline Hanson herself, who is the founder and leader of the Australian political party One Nation. Thank you very, very much. Tremendous to see you. In more ways than one, of course, in light of the burqa thing. OK, go on. So, look, why do you do it? Why do you feel so strongly about the burqa?
All right. I wore it in 2017 because there was no dress code in the chamber. So I thought, OK, what if we got to the stage, someone wore a burqa in the parliament, national security, everything. So I proved a point. I wore the burqa then. They weren't interested in changing the dress code, so it hasn't been changed. So 8 years on, I went to introduce my bill, which is a criminal code, to ban the burqa and any full face coverings. And I put that up. I got one line out and they shut me down. No, denied me the right to introduce my private member's bill. So I thought, OK, you won't ban the burqa. Well, I went up to my office, grabbed my old burqa, OK, so I got it in the cupboard, and I put it on, and I thought, you won't ban the burqa? Then I'll wear the burqa in Parliament. Well, didn't that upset them? And to say, that I disrespect the Parliament, they wouldn't allow me to debate the issue on the floor of Parliament on behalf of Australians. Now, the support I have received has been absolutely fantastic, tremendous support from the general public. And it's these woke wankers out here that are actually, shutting us down. Okay. We can't have the debate. If they actually wanted to debate the issue with me, allow me to introduce the bill, debate it, and then go to the vote. They wouldn't allow me to. Our democracy is gone.
Look, it's late in the evening here, and I'm assuming that everyone watching is an adult. Just a little apology for some off-colour language there, but hey, emotions are running high over this very important issue, aren't they? Can I just say?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I do apologise. I withdraw that I've offended anyone.
Honestly, I don't think anyone's going to be offended. It's fine. So why does it matter so much to you? So, a lot of people will be saying it's huge issues out there. We've got a lot in common, our two great countries. I have a huge amount of respect for the Australians. And,
okay.
I do hope that is reciprocated. Tremendous allies, shared history, all of that stuff. But why does this issue matter so much to you?
I have been on about the radicalisation, what's happening with Islam and the way it's infiltrating the tentacles in countries around the world. And I see it's changing. There's parts of Australia and western suburbs of Sydney that you can't even go there. One of my staffers went there into a shop and was asked, "Where's your husband?" Or you see women that are completely covered up. There's no job prospect. It's about women's rights as well. A lot of these women are forced to wear the burqa purely based on it's controlled by the men. They want to suppress women, control women. And yet you have these same politicians who are out there fighting for the rights of women. Where's the rights of women that men are forcing them to wear the burqa? There's a case here in Australia. A woman was telling me, she said, I was observing this woman in the burqa with an 11-year-old boy child. Because that woman was showing some ankle, the boy was then saying to his mother, he was going to tell his father that she was showing some ankle, and the mother was just distressed over it. This is how bad, it's getting to the stage in Australia. I see what's happened to Britain over the years, also France and Canada as well. I do not want that to happen to my country. And we're at a stage now, we've got 4% of Muslims, about 1 million. You have a lot more in Britain, and France is lost, completely forgotten. You can't ridicule, you can't say anything. I'm not opposing the faith. I respect people's opinion to have, their faith. But with Islam, it's not just about the faith, it's politics that then infiltrates into our system. And in parts of Australia, we're now seeing Sharia law. What I learned about Britain, you've got over 1,000 Sharia law courts. You've got parts of Britain...
It's about 850, I think. I think we're the Western capital for Sharia courts by the last count, yeah. Oh, 85 Sharia courts, not 850,
I want to actually have my say now, so it doesn't get to that point in Australia. I value our culture, our way of life, and I've always advocated people to be treated equally the same. My bill also said to ban full face coverings. We now have protest rallies on the streets. We've got people in full balaclavas. We've got Nazis that want to wear it. We've got people, crimes that are happening because of wearing these full face coverings. Let's deal with the issues.
When people look, because obviously you then got a verbal bashing by some of you've just seen us play some of those clips out there. People are just saying it's open racism, right? That's what they said. How would you respond to that?
They've got nothing else to throw at me. If you really had a debate, then let me put up the bill and then debate it on the floor of Parliament why I'm wrong. But they've got to throw out Islamophobic, you're racist. I've copped that for years all the time, where I call for equality for all Australians. And disrespectful to the chamber. No, I wasn't. I was denied the right to even speak to it. They allowed everyone else to speak. They did not allow me to respond to the allegations made against me. They would not allow my members of Parliament to speak to it. They put it to a vote. The President said, no, I ruled, you're suspended from Parliament for the rest of the day. The due process was not followed. I'm denied that. And this is our democracy. This is the heart. And I have a right as an elected member of Parliament. Let the people judge me. I'm not going to let these people here who have their own agenda tell me what to do.
Well, Senator Pauline Hanson, thank you very much. It was really, really interesting to have you on, so I do appreciate you coming on as well as the founder and leader of the Australian political party One Nation. Well, I mean, there's quite a lot to unpack there, really, isn't there? Andy, what do you make of that?
I thought her Soviet-style portrait behind her was certainly something. This is a woman who's got a grip on the facts, clearly. Over 1,000 Sharia courts.
Yes.
But only 85. Very good, Senator Hanson.
Do you know what? Probably been a couple of years since we've counted, but quite the uptick.
Do you know what population of... She represents Queensland in Australia. Do you know what population of Queensland identify as Muslim?
No.
1.2%. That's actually gone down since the last... In 2021, 1.2%. The previous census in 2016, it was 1.4%, so it's actually gone down.
But do you not think she might have seen what's happened in Europe and what's happening in Britain and be alarmed about the discohesion?
I do not think that woman has a grip on reality. She did it in 2017 when she calls it burka. It's not even a burka, it's a niqab. She's got the wrong terminology.
Why has she got to learn the right terminology for an alien headdress?
Well, she's just a bit of a mug, really. She tried it in 2017. It wasn't funny. It was weird when she did it. She wasn't really making a point.
I don't think
she tried it again in 2024. No one really knows what the point was. I mean, well done. She probably got a couple of applauses.
I hate to be pedantic about Islamic headdress here.
I'm sure you do.
I am being told reliably that it is in fact a burqa.
Is it?
Not the niqab.
Well, we'll need to go to an independent fact checker.
Yeah, well, we could take it to a Sharia court. Actually.
We shall. Well, there are thousands, according to this well-established woman.
Apparently, the hijab has a slit in it, whereas the burqa does not. So the niqab has a slit.
The niqab is the one where you just see the eyes.
She's clearly thought about this very deeply.
Can I just
very serious
why
point.
You, as a left-wing person, defend the burqa, which is an obvious symbol of women's subjugation?
I haven't defended it. I think she's a bit of a loser and a bit of a weirdo for trying to make a big point about it.
You salute her attempt to draw attention to...
I don't salute anything. I think she probably got a bit of an applause on Sky News Australia, maybe a bit on Fox News and a bit here, and that's about all she's achieved.
Do you respect her right to make a protest against women having to wear, due to societal pressures within that community, a full face cover?
Yeah.
So you agree with her then?
Well, that wasn't the point she was making. The point she was making was she was crying because no one voted for a bill. She's always been a bizarre fringe weirdo. In her maiden speech when she was elected,
like France has, like Belgium has, like Austria
she's not.
Like Switzerland has,
she's not trying to do it meaningfully.
And Chad,
I mean,
majority countries have banned
when she was elected in her maiden speech, she had a go at Asians. East Asians, and then she had to go at disabled people. Now she's turned her gaze to Muslims. She's not a serious person. She's a weirdo. She's a weirdo, Leo.
All right. Lots going on all around me here, and in fact, it's been that way since we started at 9 p.m.
You okay, Patrick?
Not really tonight, but
You're right.
I think this could be the end.